Hello, this is a video about cultural studies. So we finished our science unit, and I hope that you all have done your science project and taken a picture of it or taken a video of it and put it on your Teams or sent it to me by email. That would be wonderful. So we're done with that unit, and now we're going on to cultural studies. Cultural studies involves both geography and history and culture, and so our unit this time is called Shaping a Civilization, a Regional Study of Visual Art. And I think it's going to be really interesting. So the first thing that I want to tell you about is the 5 themes of geography. We do the 5 themes of geography in QSI. However, when I said to the class, the 11-year-old class, do you remember the themes of geography? They were like, no, we never learned that. So maybe you never learned it either. So the 5 themes of geography are location. Where is it located? And this would be, for instance, it would be 39 degrees north, 29 degrees west. It is an exact location. It's also a relative location. So if I say, someone says, where's Tajikistan? I say, it's north of Afghanistan. That's a relative location. The second one is place. What's it like there? Does it have mountains? What are the people like? Place is talking about a certain place. And then human environment interaction. So if I'm a farmer and I see a beautiful meadow and I plow it up and I plant corn, I have interacted with the environment. But also, the environment interacts with me. If I'm a farmer, it's a little bit hard for me to make a farm on Mount Everest. So human interaction, human environment interaction has humans interacting with environment and the environment affecting humans. Movement. So all of us are moving around. We're going from country to country, region to region. This also includes mass migrations and immigration. And then the last one is regions. So we talk about regions of the world. And right now I'm in Central Asia. I used to be in North America. Somebody might be in Oceania or Africa. These are all regions. So those are the 5 themes of geography: location, place, human environment interaction, movement, and regions. And so we're going to be talking in this unit, the regional study of visual art, we're going to be talking about place. What's it like there? And we're specifically going to be looking at ancient civilizations because the 10-year-olds and the 11-year-olds, their curriculum includes ancient civilizations: ancient Mesopotamia, ancient India, ancient China, ancient Egypt. And so we're going to be looking at art from these places, and we're going to try to find out exactly what this art tells us about that civilization. So the TSWs include describing various reasons why each civilization created art, identify specific examples of how art has been used to document history, so we can look at art and see how that art is a history book. We're going to investigate the architecture of the civilization and describe the basic construction of a specific piece of architecture. Nice. We are going to identify several motifs from that civilization. And so you will also learn what a motif is. We're going to examine and summarize how the civilization's art has influenced other cultures and civilizations during that same time period and future time periods. So for instance, China is a big country, it's a powerful country, it's always been big and powerful, and the architecture in China influenced the architecture in Korea and Japan. So if you go to those 3 places, you can see in the old architecture, not necessarily the new, but in the old architecture, you can see similarities. And that's what this means. How did that art influence other cultures? So we're going to be looking at visual art is not just like paintings and the Mona Lisa. Visual art can be architecture, it can be sculptures, it can be statues, it can be pyramids, it can be different large buildings, it can be furniture. Visual art can also be furniture. So we're going to be looking at first at ancient Mesopotamia and what their art tells us about their civilization. So there is a website for the Metropolitan Museum in New York, and they have a chronology. I was going to say a chronology of art history. It's a timeline. So if we look at West Asia, I'll put the website on. I guess I'll put it in the general. I'll post it in the general. If we look at West Asia, that's where Mesopotamia was. Mesopotamia is what is now Iraq and Syria. It's right between it's at the Persian Gulf, and then there's the Tigris and Euphrates River, and Mesopotamia was a civilization that flourished between those two rivers because those two rivers watered that land and made it very lush. And as you know, it's a lot easier to travel on water than it is across land. And so this particular civilization flourished between the rivers of the Euphrates and the Tigris. Okay, this is the introduction. It's getting kind of long, so I'm going to stop now. But I will put on the timeline from the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I will be making another video showing you some of the art and architecture from Mesopotamia.